So the value of data with buy-to-let. Buy-to-let, similar to investing into stocks and shares, bonds, gilts, even cryptocurrency, is an asset class, an investment asset class in its own right. Your risk and your return depends on many different factors, the location, the property type, and it's very important that whenever we consider investing into certain asset classes, that we do so in a data-centric way. We often talk about sentiment in the property market, and really historically, the property market hasn't been particularly professional. Many people acquire investment properties on the basis that they live next door to a house that's for sale, or their friend has found a property that they perceive to be less than what it's worth. These things are not data-centric ways of actually looking at buying an investment property. And whilst historically people have been able to, by and large, pin up a map of the United Kingdom, throw a dart at the map, buy a property wherever it lands and do reasonably well, moving into the 2020s, that is just simply not the case. We have to be more dynamic in the way that we think about acquiring an investment property in exactly the same way that we would be about acquiring a stock of a tech company, as an example. So data, similarly to if we were looking at stocks and shares, is undoubtedly the best way to guide our decision making around what we buy, where we buy, and how we acquire it. Typically, thinking about picking a city, we might use historic rental yield, predicted future rental yield, capital gain. We might also use demographic data. Where is the shortfall amongst properties? Who does that shortfall relate to? For example, in somewhere like Manchester, there's a chronic shortfall of apartments relating to a huge influx in young professionals, people aged 25 to 35, moving to the city centre. What are the crime statistics? What about price per square foot? How do we compare what we want to buy to other properties in the area? Now, whilst your property consultant will undoubtedly help guide you through this process, understanding profitability and understanding these data points will undoubtedly be key to helping you identify the right property at the right time, make sure you get a good price, and ensure that that property is profitable in future. Speak to your property consultants and we can talk through some of the data that we use to be able to assist you in finding your perfect investment property.